are going to talk about again reading comprehension. What is reading comprehension? Dear student, let me tell you that comprehension word comes from Latin word comprehensionum. Yes, comprehensionum, which means seizing. What it means? Seizing means to get some knowledge out of some material, out of some questions and out of some source, and incorporated that knowledge with your own. And when we make this word little bit Indianized, right? Yes, comprehend. It is comprehend, and comprehend means understand. If you are able to understand given passage and given material, then you have comprehended. Yes, friend, today I have a very long question for you, but it has great knowledge. After reading the passage, I will give you some steps which will help you a lot to crack it down in a very limited time.
You know that the earth goes round the sun and the moon goes round the earth. You know also perhaps that there are several other bodies which, like the earth, go round the sun. They are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. All these including our earth are called planets of the sun. The moon is called a satellite of the earth because it keeps going round the earth. The other planets have also got their satellites. The sun and the planets with their satellites form a happy family called the solar system. Solar means belonging to the sun. The sun is the father of all the planets. So the whole group is called the solar system. At night, you see thousands of stars in the sky. Only a few of them are planets. We can easily distinguish between a planet and a star. Compared to the stars, like the planets are really very tiny, like our Earth. But they look bigger than the star because they are much nearer to us. Compared to a star, the moon is really quite like a baby. It looks so big because it is very near to us. The real way to distinguish a star from a planet is to see whether it twinkles or not. Stars twinkles, planets don't. Planets shine only because they get the light of the sun. It is merely the sunshine on the planets or the moon that we see. Stars are like the sun. They shine up themselves because they are very hot and burning. In fact, the sun itself is a star. It looks bigger than other stars because it is much nearer. We see it as a great wall of fire in the sky. Thus, our earth belongs to the family of the sun. We think the earth is very big. Compared to our tiny selves, it is truly very big. It takes weeks and months and a fast train or ship to go from one part of the earth to another. But although it seems so big, it is just like a speck of dust hanging in the air. The sun is millions of miles away and the other stars are even farther away. That is why they look so small to us. People who make a study of the stars are called astronomers. They tell us that long ago the earth and all the planets were part of the sun. The sun was then as it is now, a mass of flaming matter. It was terribly hot. Somehow, little bits of the sun got loose and shot away from it. However, these little bits could not wholly get rid of their father, the sun. It was as if a rope was tied to them and they kept whirling round the sun. In this way, our earth also shot out from the sun. To begin with, it must have been very hot. There must have been terribly hot gases and air around it. But as it was very much smaller than the sun, it started to cool. The sun too is getting less and less hot, but it will take millions of years to cool down. The earth took much less time to cool. Of course, nothing could live on the earth when it was hot. There could be no man or animal or plant or tree on it. Everything would have been burned up then. Just as a bit of the sun shot out and became the earth, so also a bit of the earth shot out and became the moon. Many people think that the moon came out of the Great Hollow, which is now the Pacific Ocean, between America and Japan. It took a long time for the Earth to cool. As time passed, the surface of the Earth became cooler, although the interior remained very hot. Even now, if you go down a coal mine, it becomes hotter and hotter as you go down. Probably, if you could go down deep enough inside the Earth, you would find it red hot like the Earth. The moon also started to cool. As it was much smaller than even the Earth, it cooled more quickly than the Earth. When the Earth cooled, all the water vapor in the air condensed into water and came down as rain. It must have rained very heavily then, and all this water filled the great hollows in the earth. Thus, the great oceans and the seas of the world were formed. As the earth and the oceans became cooler, it became possible for life to exist on the earth's surface and also in the sea. Thus, dear student, that was your paragraph. It's a big one, but it has great knowledge to get. Dear student, before talking about that, how to solve this question and how to crack it down, let's try to know some difficult word from the passage, like distinguish, which means to tell the difference and to identify. Speck, a small spot or a tiny, right? Interior means the inside of something. Condensed, what does it mean? Condensed means changed from gas or vapor to liquid is called condensed. There are a lot more. See yourself. Now, dear student, let's talk about some very important steps which will help you a lot to crack it down in a limited time. Read this passage at least once. At least once apply for those students whose vocabulary is rich. Otherwise, we have to go one more time or even more than 2 times to understand the central idea of this passage. Next, when you are reading the passage, underline all the important points, idea, thought, even sentence, because it helps us later to give answers. Alright, now you will face some difficult word. Okay, relate this difficult word with the line coming just before that and the line coming after this difficult word. You will crack it down. Now, after understanding the passage and the central idea, theme, story of the passage, go straight to the question. You will read the question. Now come back to these underlined points, idea, thought and sentence to give the answers. Keep your language simple, right to the point. Do not use your knowledge in the answer because it can kill the beauty of your answer. Yes, you can use your own word and your vocabulary, but only the replacement of existing words. Do not write irrelevant words, idiom, and irrelevant materials. Illogical, irrational language should be avoided in your answer. Alright. Now, dear student, on the basis of your understanding of this passage, answer the question with the help of given options, like what makes the sun shine, right? What is the reason that sun shines? The sun shines because it is very big. The sun shines because it gets the light of the moon. Sunshine because it is very hot and burning, or the sunshine because we see it during the day. Answer of this question is the sun shines because it is very hot and burning. Next one, what makes the moon shine? The light of the sun falling on it, the light of the earth falling on it, the light of the stars falling on it, the light of the satellite falling on it. Answer of this question is the light of the sun falling on it. Next one, how big is the earth as compared to the sun? Okay, it is a little smaller than the sun. It is bigger than the sun. It is as big as the sun, or it is only a speck of dust. धूल के एक कण के बराबर, right? Answer of this question is D. Next one is, what is a satellite? Satellite is a natural body that moves round a planet, a natural body that moves round the sun, a natural body that moves in the sky, a natural body that shines in the sky. Answer of this question is that this is a natural body that moves around a planet. Now there are some more questions like what makes the planet shine? The answer of this question is it is the sunshine that makes the planets shine. Next one is what is meant by the solar system? What does it mean? Solar system क्या होता है? Right? The sun and the planets with their satellites are called the solar system, which comprise 8 planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Earth. Why does the moon look bigger than the stars? Yes, it is because the moon is very near to us as compared to the stars. That is why moon look bigger than the stars. What does the solar system consist of? Solar system consists of sun and his family, including planets, satellites, and many heavenly bodies. What do we see in the sky at night? We see stars in the sky at night. And next one is how can you distinguish a star from a planet? We can distinguish a star from a planet whether it twinkles or not. Stars twinkle, planets not. Now find in the passage words which mean the same as the following, right? Tell the difference. What does it mean? Yes, answer of this question you can find from the para number 3, which means distinguish. Number 2, a tiny particle. Tiny means chota, speck, which you can find in the para number 5. Changed from gas or vapor to liquid. Yes, it means to condensed. Alright, these was something about this passage. Yes, that's it, dear student. See you soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed.